All right, so this is what I have going on here. So we are at the Aquinas Student Portal, the topics page for Design and Draw Period 3, and I am on the student workbook, the topics that are in there, and I am going to go over these links and this video and just give descriptions of them. So the first thing we have here is the entire student workbook. So if you download that, it'll open in a second window. You'll still have the topics page but open. And it has all 12 lessons in there and all the information that goes with those 12 lessons. This is the PowerPoint that I'm going to go over with you in just a few minutes. But you have access to it, so you can look at the PowerPoint and get all the information from it anytime you want. You don't need to print it out or anything like that. This is lesson 1 from the student workbook. So what I did was you have the entire student workbook, but I broke it down into the first lesson. And then these are 2 SolidWorks files that you can download. You will need to, at some point, download and open in SolidWorks. So the first one here is called the dumbbell, and if you could see the video that's on YouTube over here, you'll see there's actual dumbbell. So in lesson 1, you will be required to open 2 what are known as parts, which have already been created. And you will be asked to rotate them and change the views on them and do a couple things to them. Change the axis of rotation, things like that. So these 2 parts you will be able to download to your desktop computer. If you're working on a laptop, you will not be able to work on SolidWorks on your laptop yet. We will be purchasing the web-based version of SolidWorks. And when that finally comes through, the school provides me with the access codes. Everyone will be able to log on to the internet and log into the cloud-based version of SolidWorks. And you could do that on your phone. You could do it on a tablet, an iPad. You could do it on the laptops, which is the point of it. And you could do it on these computers. But currently, SolidWorks software is only available on the actual desktop computers in both of these rooms. So whenever you are working with the SolidWorks, program, you will need to use the desktop computers. You cannot use a laptop, but you may use your laptop to watch YouTube videos if you want to have your video sitting next to the computer so that you can have 2 monitors going at once. And you don't have to have split screen monitors on your desktop computer. So you can use your laptops to either work on your workbook sheets that are on your computer or on OneNote, or watch the YouTube videos and then use the desktop for doing the actual SolidWorks work that you're going to be completing. So it'll give you like a nice workspace where you have 2 monitors full with 2 different things going on instead of trying to have 2 small split screens on 1 monitor.
Mr. Newell?
Yes?
So we're not going to get like the SolidWorks on our laptops? We're just going to have to...
You're going to have to, right now, what you guys at home are going to have to do is you're going to have to follow along with what I'm doing on my computer to gain the knowledge necessary through the lessons. You'll be able to actually answer the questions in the workbook lessons. You'll be able to get the information from the PowerPoints, but you won't be able to work with the actual SolidWorks software until the school provides us with access to the cloud-based version of SolidWorks, which could be 2 weeks to a month. So we'll see how long that takes, and then until then, you'll just be required to complete the lesson packets, the information from following along with me doing it. Like you'll see today, this is what I'll be doing as we go through lesson 1, okay?
Okay, so the lesson packets will be for homework or? They'll just
Well, we'll work on them in class, and then you could do them like over the weekend. Usually, what happens is lesson one is very short and simple. It just shows you the user interface. So in lesson one, you're not creating anything anyways. So you'll just be seeing the user interface as I have it on my computer.
okay.
Students in the classroom can open up and kind of look at it, but they should be following along so they know what they're doing too. You could also, since I'm recording this, if you need to answer the questions in the worksheets and you're not sure you remember what happened, you can watch through the video of this actual class or presentation and try and get that information that way. You have access to all the literature, like the PowerPoints and the student workbook and the student textbook. That'll be on your laptops. But the actual software to actually do what I will be doing with SolidWorks and won't be available until we get the cloud-based version sometime in the near future. Okay?
All right.
All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open the PowerPoint. And you can either do that on your computer or you can, so it downloaded over here, and I'm going to open it up. And I'll switch views for you people at home or in the other room. So this is what your actual PowerPoint looks like.
Our first lesson is going to be just getting used to the interface for using the interface for SolidWorks. The interface is how you interact with the computer in the following ways. Use Windows to view files. Use the mouse to select buttons, menus, and model elements. Run programs like SolidWorks mechanical design software. Find, open, and work with files. Create, save, and copy files. Microsoft Windows. SolidWorks runs on Microsoft Windows graphical user interface. Windows let you see the work of an application program. Panels are subsections of the windows. So this entire box is a window, and these subdivisions are panels. Illustration shows one window with two panels. One window, two panels. Using the mouse. The mouse lets you move around the interface. The cursor is the pointer that shows you where the mouse is on the screen. Click the left mouse button to select commands, buttons, geometry, and other elements. If you have SolidWorks open, you can click the left mouse right now and observe that information. Double-click the left mouse button to quickly open a file or folder. Click the right mouse button to access a shortcut menu of frequently used commands. The quickest way to start a program is to double-click on a desktop shortcut. If you have a desktop shortcut of SolidWorks, then you can double-click on it and open SolidWorks. Some programs may not have desktop shortcuts. The program menu lists all of the applications programs that are resident on your computer. That's on the left screen, and you can see here we have, if you put it up there, you'll find, for us, it'll say SolidWorks 2016, and then you'll have, when you click on this, you get a variety of selections, and the one we want is the SolidWorks 2016 times 64-bit edition. Exit a program. Select or click File Exit to end a program. If the file was unsaved changes, you may have the chance to save them before exiting. Would you like to save the changes? Yes. Always make sure that you only have one window open. If you save your changes and you have an earlier edition without the work on it, the first window you close will be the one you're working on. You'll save the changes, and then when it asks you to save the changes from the next one, which was an older edition, it will overwrite the one you just saved and save the one with less work on it over. So always make sure you know which version you are saving of your work. Searching for a file or folder. Click the Start menu on the left. Search for files or folders to find files or folders. such as a dumbbell. Enter the search criteria in search for files and folders. If the search continues after you have found the file or folder, click the stop search. Use the asterisk to perform wildcard searches. Wildcard searches search for all files of a particular type by searching for the file type suffix. An example is *.sldprt. That's a SolidWorks part file. Search for all files that begin with the same. Example, bearing asterisk. Search for all files that have common letters in the file name. Example, asterisk plate asterisk. Opening a file. The quickest way to open a file is to double click on it. The file menu displays your most recently used files. Saving and copying files. Saving a file preserves the changes that you have made to it. Use File Save As to copy a file. File Save As creates an exact duplicate of the file as it existed at the moment that you copied it. Resizing your windows. It allows you to customize the appearance of your screen. View multiple files at the same time. Use the icons to stretch to change the size of the window. Use these icons to change the size of panels within a window. Using the SolidWorks interface. SolidWorks windows display graphics and non-graphical model data. This is graphical and this is non-graphical. Toolbars display frequently used commands. The left side is SolidWorks window. Feature Manager is the design tree. This is the left side. Property Manager is inside, shows you how to do mirrors. Configuration Manager shows you where you are in your dumbbell. Right side of SolidWorks windows. The task pane. SolidWorks resources. Design libraries. Toolbox on your right side of your window. The task pane has a toolbox which contains pre-made tools or items such as nuts and bolts. A File Explorer. Buttons for frequent used commands under Features. Extrude boss base, revolve cut, lofted, fillet, chamfer, rib, shell, draft, hole wizard, linear pattern. You can select the toolbars to display. Toolbars are displayed at the bottom and sides of the window. You can also access the toolbars from the Command Manager. Getting help. To view comprehensive online help, click the question mark for help. Select help, SolidWorks help topics, help display in a separate window. That's the end of our slideshow.